never ever, and when I mean never, never made these mistakes when it comes to buying land or buying properties here in Lekki, Lagos. All right, this information I'm about to share with you is going to save you millions of dollars. So make sure you get a piece of paper and a pen so that you can take this information down, because these are the 15 most costly mistakes that most home buyers or land buyers make here in Lekki, Lagos, Nigeria. My name is Benjamin Ali, and for over 8 years now, I have assisted so many Nigerians home and abroad secure land, buy apartment, houses, duplexes, Airbnb, even land banking, you name it. And that is where I draw this knowledge that I'm about to share with you because of my boot here on the ground. So you can also share this video to your loved one so that they can benefit and so that they will not lose millions of naira in the Lagos real estate market. Now, before we start, make sure you subscribe to this channel if you haven't done that already, and make sure you share this video. Also, grab a piece of paper and a pen, like I said before, because you may want to jot this information down, because it's going to save you millions of dollars. All right. Now, the first mistake most home buyers make here is not knowing the actual value of the property. Now, just because you think it's a great deal, just because you see the property in a very beautiful location, or just because the realtor or the agent told you it is a good property, doesn't actually mean that that property has the same value that is being sold. All right. This is one common mistake that I know most home buyers and land buyers make here in Lekki, Lagos, Nigeria. Now, there are a couple of ways you can determine the value of a property, and one way to determine the value of that property is to get an agent, all right, or a real estate, a realtor, what we call them here in Lagos, a realtor or an agent. Now, it doesn't cost you anything. It saves you a lot of money. Get an agent to help you work out and find out the actual value of the property, and the agent can do that by comparing properties around the neighborhood and checking the actual rental value of such property, because there are certain companies we know, for example, that are selling the value of a property 10 years in advance. What it means is that sometimes real estate agents are forecasted that such property in this area should be selling around 30 million naira in the next 5 years. And that is what most real estate developing company will do. So they sell it far higher than the price. How it affects you is that when you buy that property and you want to resell it in the next 2 to 3 years, you see that the property has actually not appreciated that in value, because it has been sold far above the actual value of the property. All right, so your agent will do a comparison of the going rate, the rental price around the neighborhood, and determine all those factors so that you actually see the fair value of that property. All right. Now, the second way you can determine the actual value of a property is by running an appraisal. All right. Of course, that will cost you between 400 to 500,000 naira, depending on the property, to run an appraisal on that. That, of course, will save you a lot of money so that you can know the actual value of a property that you want to buy. Don't just put your hard-earned money in a property you do not actually know the value. So make sure you get an agent to help you determine the value of a property, or make sure you get appraisal. Please do that to ensure you save millions of naira. All right. Now, the second mistake most land buyers or home buyers make here in Lekki, Lagos is not doing a site inspection. You can do it. I won't do that. All right. Make sure if you are buying a property here in Lekki, Lagos, make sure you carry out a site inspection. Now, you may not actually be physically present. You can actually have a virtual tour, or have your agent, your trusted agent, do that for you. It doesn't cost you much. So make sure your real estate agent actually go there physically to see if the property, for example, has is a waterlogged area, and if it will cost you some couple of dollars for you to do some filling or piling before you start building. So make sure you have this information at the back of your hand. Make sure you carry out a physical or a virtual inspection, or make sure your trusted real estate agent do that on your behalf. Now, these are some of the critical mistakes that most home buyers make here in Lekki, Lagos. All right. Now, the third critical mistake that most land buyers or home buyers make here in Lekki, Lagos is not paying for a survey. I have seen a lot of clients who have purchased property and they never want to pay for a survey. Some of them even delay for up to 2-3 years before they pay for their survey. Never make this mistake, because it's going to cost you a lot of money. Make sure you have the property registered in your name. Of course, that is going to cost you some couple of dollars depending on the size of the land and where you are buying the property, and the local government where you are buying the property. If it is in Lagos here, all right, the prices differ based on local government, but make sure you pay for your survey and make sure you have a survey registered in your name. That is very important. Never do these mistakes. All right. Now, number 4, it may sound very simple, but it's very critical. Ask your neighbors what they think about the property you're about to buy. Are there thieves? Are there armed robbers in the environment? Is there noise pollution in the area? Are there snakes? Is there flooding in the area? Of course, your neighbors will have this information that you don't have, all right, because they're going to tell you. Also find out from them if they want to buy property. Are they willing, if they have the money, are they willing to buy that property that you want to go into? Why would they buy, or why would they not buy? These are some of the information that will help guide your decisions when you want to make a purchase here in Lagos axis. So find out from your neighbor the next time you are thinking of making a purchase here in Lekki Lagos, because it will save you a lot of dollars, probably what you should have avoided. But because you did not ask, you will not know. Remember, the Bible says you ask and you will receive. So when you ask for right information, of course, you will be given the right information from your neighbor, and that will help guide your decisions. All right. The fifth mistake that most home buyers make here in Lekki Lagos is not knowing the restrictions that are on the land. Yes, as simple as it may appear, a lot of land buyers or home buyers do not know the restrictions that are in the property or the land they are about to buy, especially for our brothers that are in the diaspora. A lot of people do not know that there are restrictions on the land. For example, there may be restriction on the type of building you can build them. There may be restriction on if that land is meant for agricultural purpose, if that land is for residential, industrial, you name it. There are a lot of restrictions here in Lekki, Lagos that a lot of land buyers are not aware of. So make sure the next time you are thinking of buying a property here in Lekki, Lagos, make sure you find out the restrictions that are on that land, because you may have in mind you want to build an high rise, or you want to build an industrial property, a commercial property, or a residential property, but not knowing that you are buying an agricultural land. All right. And of course, for you to change that, it will affect you a lot, and it will cost you some couple of thousands of dollars. So never again, I repeat, never make the mistakes of buying a property without knowing the actual restrictions that are on that land. All right. So I'm going to end the video here, but I'm going to take this video in series, because I have discovered that many people and many more people are losing their money here in Lekki, Lagos. So I've decided to take this series. So I'm going to break it down. So make sure you subscribe to this channel if you are yet to do that, because I'm going to drop the next one very soon of the other mistakes that are very important that you must be aware that most land buyers are making here in Lekki, Lagos. Now, guys, if you like this content, and of course the content I have been giving to you, please ensure you subscribe to this channel, because that will help us, that will encourage us to release more relevant content like this. All right. Now, thank you once again for staying true to our channel, and thank you for sharing this video, guys. See you in our next episode. Bye, guys.